Hello traders, welcome back to the Forex Trading Channel. My name's Greg. Today we're going to take a look at the Euro British Pound. I'm out here on the monthly. Now if we just look at what it's been doing over the last few months. So we've had this attempt to push down, we've kind of pushed back up, another attempt to push down, push back up. This month we've had another attempt at breaking these lows, failed to do so. Now we've flipped back up. Appreciate that this month hasn't finished, still got a week left, but nonetheless it's looking rather bullish. Just while we're out here on the monthly, I'm just going to draw a little box in there. We drop down to the weekly. Paints a very similar picture. Okay, you've got this kind of double bottom, and then we've had 3 consecutive weeks, if you include this week, as bullish weeks. Now we're sitting up here. Actually, let's drop to the daily, it will depict it a little bit better. Now we're sitting up here at this rather key level, which is just here, round about the kind of 88.25 to 50. If we just grab a little box and draw that across, you can see here we're just sitting right up atop against this level, just a little bit of selling coming in. While we're on the day, there's just a key level that we'll mark, then we'll flip this kind of one in here. You can see it's been tested and retested and acted as support and resistance. Now let's just drop straight down to the 60. We'll forget the remaining time frames, and you can see here that we've been having these nice bullish runs up, and now we are just starting to consolidate right at the top of this key level. You can see some selling coming in now. We'll drop a little box on there. So obviously this is acted as resistance, and we've got support. Best place for stops would be down here. This being a pound pair. We all know that the ATR is quite high. 90% of the retail traders aren't going to want to place their stops, you know, whatever this is, 80, 100 points away from the action. So what the retail traders will be doing, actually let's just jump down to the 15, just so you can see it a little bit better. So what the retail traders will be doing is positioning themselves under here. You can see a bit of selling, a bit of buying coming in, a bit of buying coming in, some more buying, and they will have all their stops sitting under this level. Likewise, anyone selling at the top will have all their stops above this level. Obviously, if they're selling, their stops are buys, and if they're buying, their stops are sells. So what am I expecting from this market? Well, I'd like to see this come back down. With all the uncertainty over Brexit and Theresa May's demise, this could potentially just go sideways for a while. Ultimately, I'm looking for a manipulation. I'm looking for a manipulation of this level here. Okay, before this reverses long, and obviously we get a break through this top here. I'll be looking for some acceleration. Now the key is to look for a nice little level for this to bounce from. So obviously that there is a nice little level. Support, resistance. Let's just bounce out to the 60. We'll just check to see what that looks like to the left. Yeah, so perfect, nice little level here. Support, resistance. Yeah, it's been breached a few times, but It's about as good as it gets for an area for it to bounce from. You could argue that maybe this one down here too. But either way, nice little zone, looking for it to bounce, and then obviously reverse and go higher. Now, with the Brexit uncertainty and the possibility of a new Prime Minister, etc., etc., I would urge some caution on this trade, but it's looking like it's starting to develop quite nicely. Obviously, if we do get another bounce from here, that will give us some more stops, and if we start to consolidate, then obviously they will all add fuel to the fire, adding a nice bit of liquidity underneath this level. And then what the banks and institutions will do is they will drive the price down, collect all this liquidity. Obviously they need lots of sells in order to fill their buys. If they are going to push the market along, they'll manipulate this level, and then it will rally higher. If we get up to this top level and breach this top level, obviously there's all those stops which are buys that will accelerate the market. And if I'm looking for targets, obviously top of the channel might not be a bad idea, take some profit, but there are a couple of opportunities. You see this nice little level up here, acted as support and resistance in the past. That wouldn't be a bad shout. 89.50, and ultimately you have got these highs up here, which are the January here, sorry. So this is September, this is the January high, wick high for 2019. One other thing you've got going on is if we, I think it was the daily, if we bounce out to the daily, you can see that this is actually forming, or has been for some time, especially off this January high. We're in this kind of downward channel. We've bounced off the bottom and we are pushing our way towards the top. We've breached the midline, that got retested here. So I certainly think that there's an opportunity for this to be retested, if not this upper region, and maybe even some kind of manipulation at the top before we see a reversal. Obviously this is a daily, so all of this may take some time. It's been very bullish, and obviously with the Brexit and Prime Minister woes, I do urge some caution. Anyway, traders, I hope you enjoy this sort of content. If you do, please give it a like, give it a share. If you haven't subscribed, please hit that subscribe button. And as always, don't forget to trade safe, and I'll see you in the next one.